And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second Malaysian VGC Pokemon Open Challenge. I'm your commentator for today, this round actually, Aklin.
Nice.
Alright, so before we move on to round 3 itself, I would like to also thank our sponsors, Plaza Shah Alam as the venue sponsor here at Section 7 Shah Alam, Shah Alam Sports Recreation Community Club, Maxoff who sponsors our prizes, as well as Shigaro, Love Lily KL, Bob Rock Appeal, as well as Eastlink who also provided us with a lucky draw prize. Which, Phoebe, please explain?
And a reminder to everybody that after round 3, we will actually be having a lucky draw, and the prize that we'll be giving away is the Pokemon Moon Special Edition game.
What's so special though?
We'll
just have to find out. Alright, so round 3, we have here Andy Wianto from Indonesia, currently studying in Malaysia, versus
Limsey went from Singapore.
not studying in Malaysia. So, okay, a little bit of background, I guess. We don't really know much about their background, especially for Andy, but what we do know is that Andy is quite new to the VGC scene, and we don't know much about him technically, but what we do know is that he is trying to make a big splash here in VGC now that he's able to participate in the Malaysian circuit. What about Lin Siwen?
Siwen as well. I think she's also a relatively new player, I would say, but she has actually top cut.
Yeah, she has much more accolades in comparison. So I guess we'll have to move on to the team previews, and as you can see, Andy's here carrying Mandibuzz, Sweeney, Garchomp, Katana, Arcanine, Gigalith, the standard AFK with a Mandibuzz, Garchomp, and a Gigalith with the slow mode to counter Trick Room, I guess.
And similarly on Siwen's end, also running the infamous AFK core along with Porygon and Gigalith here, and Garchomp on her side.
Oh, it's pretty much the same team except Porygon's replaced with Mandibuzz. Like, one person is Tailwind, but the other person is Trick Room instead.
Yes.
Wow!
So
such amazing team composition. This meta is healthy indeed.
So I think here in this sense, basically Andy here can actually capitalize on Siwen's Trick Room still, and
it's a bit difficult, I guess. I mean, even if he did bring his own Gigalith, Ziwen has her Gigalith, which
pretty much just
basically just balances each other out, and it depends on who deals the most damage. Because he doesn't need to set up Trick Room, although he could, but there's no point of him doing so since it's much more beneficial to abuse Trick Room in this case, especially. Because if he Tailwinds and Ziwen uses Trick Room, he loses. Yeah, and might as well he use the other slot for different Pokemon for offensive prowess. Because if say Ziwen does Trick Room, both of them will at least be at a speed tie.
Yes. Now we see both players having made their decisions.
Wearing the Pyukumuku fashion.
Yes, Siwen here.
Yep, Porygon to Gigalith.
Trying to set up that Trick Room, hoping that.
And going with the Mandibuzz Garchomp.
Yes,
okay.
Trick Room is
interesting. I think right here you might want to taunt the Porygon too.
Yes.
And go for a Tectonic Ridge and Gigalith. But here's the thing, Porygon too got Ice Beam as well.
Yes, and unless that Garchomp has the Assault Vest, it's gonna do a lot.
Yeah, but I strongly feel that here, although the Garchomp might be able to 1-hit KO with the Tectonic Ridge, but depending on whether Ziwen is more, I think what she can do is just go straight for the Ice Beam, because she doesn't need to set a Trick Room. It's not a priority. I'm going for Protect against a Trick Room Taunt. Oh, here's the Z move, busting it out right there.
Tectonic Rage there coming out from that Garchomp from Andy's side of the
I'm pretty sure it goes into the Gigalith.
Unless of course.
There's no point for him to go into the Porygon though, because the recover next. Because the Trick Room and
going for into the Gigalith.
Reducing the damage from due to Protect.
Yes. We see that doing about.
It should 1-hit KO if it wasn't protected. Mandibuzz going for a taunt. I expect an Ice Beam. Ziwen should be able to read this like a book.
Yep, Ice Beam into that Garchomp slot there.
Taking the time sword damage, not having the Assault Vest. Will he be able to live? Yes, it does. But now what can he do against the Gigalith? That's the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing, exactly.
Like Garchomp here pretty much dies instead.
Yes.
Or, you can always switch out.
Yeah.
But what will you switch out into? That's the question. I guess it's an option of you switching out into Arcanine, probably. I would say maybe Feeny would be the best option.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. Because Feeny can actually, help with that against that Gigalith, yeah, and of course with Muddy Water, you can also chip the Porygon.
Correct. And also, I would say that the Gigalith might also be a Rocky MZ and just
Definitely.
bust one
Of
continental
course.
crush onto the Mandibus.
The more popular item would be, of course, the Z Crystal there.
Yeah, that's true. It's one of the options that Gigalith can carry. Sometimes it carries weakness policy.
Oh yes, definitely.
Sometimes it even carries ground GMZ, so it gets a single target ground
That
ground move.
tactical
Yeah,
reach,
yeah, and here goes Fini switches in as we
As
predicted,
predicted, yes.
activating the Misty Seed, hiding
Not
it.
surprising there.
Not surprising. Oh, Gigalith actually switching out, and I think, oh, Arcanine.
Into Arcanine. Oh, against that.
Not the best idea, unless he has Wild Charge.
Yes, definitely.
Or maybe even the Porygon might carry Thunderbolt. Oh,
So
you
with
know.
Ice Beam
Ice Beam, and then the second move could be something else. We're going for the foul play
into
the Arcanine.
Arcanine.
Oh, wow, is that a
That's
critical
definitely-
hit? That is not a critical hit.
That's an
Whoa.
offensive
That's a
Arcanine.
super offensive Arcanine that must be an offense for it to hit it with its own stats.
And of course, that Ice Beam just we're doing nothing to that.
Yeah, man, like Sandstorm's doing just as much damage.
Yeah.
Oh my god, and if it seems that the Arcanine is extremely offensive, and
Yes.
the Mandibus could just go for another foul play easily, grab the KO on the Arcanine distant. Fini just needs to protect. Porygon can trick room, but it doesn't. Like I said, it's not really a priority in this case.
Has Taunt worn off?
No, it's not.
Yeah, so it can't trick him this turn.
Exactly. So, yep, wild charge. Yeah.
But I'm surprised that Andy didn't actually protect there.
I think he was ready for it anyways.
Yes.
So going for a Muddy Water, so this should pick up the KO on the Arcanine.
And ship the Porygon there. Do we see an accuracy?
Let's hope not. Oh my god, actually, yeah, okay. You got it, yeah. So will Ice Beam miss maybe? I guess it's hard to see with the sand in your eyes. Foul play, I think because he got the attack damage just now, so it's actually doing substantial.
Oh, so it does carry Thunderbolt
Yep,
as well.
there you go.
There you go.
Perfect coverage there. Oh, surviving with the sand. Oh wait, hold on. The sandstorm kicks in first before leftovers, so yeah, it actually takes out the Fini. But it doesn't matter. Well, might have mattered, seeing as like Fini is one of the answers to the Gigalith at the back.
Right, definitely. And now the
But he does have
Porygon
Rajah.
wears off as well.
Yeah, so what would happen here is that if he brings out Garchomp, he can just go for an Earthquake and another Foul Play into the Porygon too and knock it out. And since the Gigalith can't really knock unless it uses the Rocky Z move, I guess. Rock Slide probably won't KO the Mandibus. Stone Edge possibly could, but you run the risk of missing, of course. But here you go, Katana comes in instead. Oh, interesting.
So we see two Kartanas on the field.
Okay, so this is what happens. He Sacred Swords into the Porygon 2 slot because it's completely safe. He Foul Plays into the Katana or he Tailwind System.
Yeah, actually, if Porygon's gonna be going down here, then
Because if Porygon switch out,
yeah.
Trick Room doesn't go up. If Porygon stays in, the Secret Sword picks up the KO.
Yeah, and Tailwind goes up for Andy.
Correct. So it's almost the safe play for him. And
And he seems to be actually.
however, Arcanine is still at the back, I think.
Yes, and without that, the Tapu Fini there.
Yes,
we need to rely on that Garchomp.
wait, he took down the Arcanine. Yeah, Arcanine's down. Fini's down. Yeah, okay. So
we
now I
have
think
Tapu
Gigalith comes in.
Fini.
Ooh, interesting.
Oh yes, he has the Gigalith on the field.
Okay, here we go. Sacred Sword right into the Porygon. Let's see if
Into
it
the
picks up the KO.
Porygon, yeah.
Does it pick up the KO? It does, and he gets the
Sure,
face
yeah.
boost from this. Will it set up Tailwind distant in order to compound it even
You see
further?
that Kartana getting that boost there.
Yeah, that paper being folded a little bit more. So
Yes, definitely.
it seems that
Tailwind does come up.
it seems that like I said, Andy here has the capability of having the upper hand by being more and more offensive every turn.
So we know that Andy at the back, he has his Garchomp, right? With a
Yeah.
similar of HP there.
Yeah, but like it doesn't really matter because
Yes.
assuming that the card left from all AFK cores,
Yes,
Katana
yes,
isn't running Protect.
Yes.
So the
even
Sacred
like
Sword
that.
should be able to KO, or like he can KO. He can just double target it with a Foul Play and the Sacred Sword just to ensure it does pick up
Yes,
the KO.
yes, yeah, exactly, yes. So right now,
Okay, good. Going for Protect. I don't think that's wise
Probably
idea.
predicting a leaf play into that slot.
Yeah, actually going for a Leaf Blade.
Oh, and there you go.
Okay,
Playing right into that.
interesting. Going for a Foul Play.
Power play
How
to
much?
chip and to break the sash.
Yeah. If the holy moly, Kazoli.
But the Sacred Sword coming out.
Is that a crit? No, it wasn't a crit.
normal,
That's
yeah.
just the insane amount of damage it does. Wow, okay, let us not underestimate the power of Katana, but I don't think it matters now because another power blade will kill it.
Yeah.
Katana will leaf blade and kill the Gigalith, and
Yes.
Andy takes it in his hand.
The first round of this match.
So he takes the first match of round 3.
Yeah.
I would say quite convincingly, especially since Tailwind is still up.
Yes, and he was actually, playing. He had the momentum.
Yeah,
Actually.
he had it from the beginning,
Yes.
other than maybe the first turn, a little bit of fudge up with the Garchomp.
Yes.
But yep, so
Siwan recognizes that.
Ziwan, knowing that she doesn't want to reveal anything left, so she just bails. Oh wow, okay.
So it'll be interesting to see how both players, specifically Siwan, how she will adjust going into game 2.
I think what Ziwan needs to do is that maybe with the Porygon 2, she needs
Yes.
to play a bit more conservatively.
Yes, definitely.
Or like she should also lead just as offensive as Andy would.
Yes. As of course we saw that Siwan couldn't get Trick Room up.
Correct.
Basically got taunted and was
Correct.
right there, sitting.
What Ziwan could do is actually leave with Fini, in my opinion.
Oh,
But
yes.
as always, you fear the Katana coming out,
exactly,
so it's a bit
yeah.
difficult. And
Though-
and although I did mention that Andy didn't necessarily needed to bring Mandibuzz, but
Yes.
he did manage to use it well by what?
And having that
By
tailwind
using
up-
by having tailwind, because
exactly, and
he
that
tailwinded the moment Porygon 2 died,
died, and that
so he could get the foul play damage off, more foul play damage off, capitalize more on outspeeding the opponent's Katana, so like, we don't need to worry about those dumb
I agree.
speed ties.
Dumb speed ties,
Oh my
especially with
God.
another Katana staring down.
Sometimes you wonder if you're playing Pokemon in this chess or just another game of, flipping the coin for that 50-50.
Possibly both.
Possibly both. Well, Pokemon is that and much, much more. Alright,
So
how do you think that Ziwan can come back from this?
well, definitely like you said, conserving that Porygon if she decides to bring it, because it was left there like a sitting duck to her. All it could do, well, it is
A sitting cyber duck.
Yes, I mean, it ice beam into the Garchomp, didn't pick up the KO, did nothing.
That's true, yeah. Like Garchomp is specifically EV to survive.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, and as well as he needs to lead. Ziwan needs to lead offensively here
Yes.
because both teams are an almost exact mirror, and she doesn't really have a way to handle with the Mandibuzz. And
Yes.
because if she leaves the Mandibuzz open, like those foul plays will start racking up in damage.
Yes.
Maybe Fini, I guess Fini and Arcanine.
Yeah, I think Fini will be.
Fini or Arcanine would be alright, but
But you have to be careful of
the
the
Garchomp and Kartana.
Yeah.
Garchomp and Kartana, I would suppose. Alright, so both of them going in straight for the match.
See that cool poses there.
Okay, is Ziwan's avatar a guy? I think it is because it's the guy fields, right?
Yeah.
And Andy's is a girl, so a little bit of gender bending there. A little bit of gender bending, but it's your online persona. Nobody's gonna judge you for that. So yeah, Arcanine for Arcanine too. So want to capitalize more on Mandibuzz and Kartana. So
So probably thinking, you know what, I'm gonna try to wall charge right into that Mandibuzz. Try to, preserve my Porygon, get the Trick Room up, and try to.
no, he will still get a taunt before Trick Room anyways. He can definitely survive one. So I think what happens is that
He could possibly switch out though.
yeah. So what I think here, Katana switches out into Fini.
Yes, exactly.
Gets the special defense boost,
The wall
gets the taunt off, wild charge goes in, but it doesn't matter
Yeah.
because
This is wrong. This is wrong. Wrong one. Andy.
the only thing that Mandibuzz really needs to do is to prevent Trick Room from going up
Exactly.
in this case because
That was his win condition from the start.
in the first game,
yes,
because he had Garchomp against Ziwan's Ziwan's Gigalith.
Yes.
So just wondering what exactly would
Kartana switches out, fearing a flare blitz into the
Yeah,
slot.
so Fini coming in.
Fini as expected.
it's the best move he can make,
Yes.
honestly. So we'll go for a taunt on. I will assume a taunt, and like there's nothing unless Porygon 2 switches out. Yeah.
Exactly.
Which I think would be pretty smart if he does.
Raising that special defense.
Oh, no, going for the flare blitz.
Oh,
Yeah, so
Siwan.
Yeah, so going
Going
into the
into
Fini
that,
slot there.
yes.
Oh well, it was the Katana. Now it's a Fini. Still doing sizable damage. Oddly enough, is that Fini offensive? That's quite a lot of damage. Yeah. So going straight for the property. Oh my God, is Trick Room gonna go up?
Into the Arcanine. We've seen that too a lot.
Oh, going for a Thunderbolt,
Thunderbolt.
predicting that the taunt. My God, I still think that he should have gone for a taunt either way because
you don't know if
like you prevent the possibility from it happening.
Yes,
Yeah.
but Andy probably thinking, you know what? I don't think Siwan's gonna trick me here, fearing my taunt. So I'm just
Yeah.
going to
So he capitalized on the mind games there. Played a little bit ballsy, I would say.
Yes, definitely more offensive.
But I would say like Ziwan actually withdrawing
withdraws the
into an own
Arcanine.
thing. Okay.
Fearing the muddy water, perhaps.
All right, sure.
And there it comes.
Muddy water.
Oh, do we see
Man,
another
do we see another
accuracy
accuracy drop? Because
Playing
this
with
duck,
orange
if it does,
nuts.
this duck's going through a lot of cyberbullying. Oh my
Zero
god!
instead.
The Fini gets
On
a
the
little bit
taunt.
blinded. The taunt goes into this will prevent it. But I think a Thunderbolt just goes in here because, yep.
And Thunderbolt right into our Fini. Yep, there you go.
Oh, that
that's
special
a
attack
lot.
boost
Yes.
really compounding on that damage.
Definitely.
Not looking so good.
We see the leftovers here on C1 side of the field, which we carry.
Oh, so interestingly enough, for Andy's Fini, it's not leftovers,
so
nor is it any berry so far, or like not a HP restoring berry, so it doesn't have any forms of recovery, it seems. Right now, this Mandibus, what I can do is probably go for another Snarl, maybe.
But you see, C1 here's top Fini is relatively safe, taking nothing, pretty much nothing from
Yeah,
her
so
side.
he can
She
just
set up a count line if she wants to as well.
what Ziwin can do is actually start busting down on the Mandibus actually, because
Right.
the Mandibus will cause problems in the future by
Yes.
continuously taunting the Porygon 2, which is not what Andy wants.
Yes. And if you can get rid of the Mandibus and stall out that taunt there, you can actually set up Trick Room.
Correct, yeah, so okay, good. Okay.
Missing the Porygon.
Porygon 2 taking it like a champ by avoiding it.
And yeah, it's something.
Will Fini get another accuracy drop? No, Fini going for a Moonblast. He actually still hits.
That Mandibus there.
To the Mandibus, special defense boost. Wow, taking it like a champ. That's pretty good.
Oh,
Getting the special attack boost, but it doesn't really matter. Mandibus going for a roost, healing up all that sweet, delicious HP.
Right, and almost. And we see
But I think he wants to
call right into the
Fini, I think he picks up the KO. Yep, but I don't think it matters. Well, it doesn't matter because it knows that the foul play from the so Kartana should come in here.
Yeah, Kartana would be very good here. I mean, you can just target down the Fini, pressure it, switch out.
Yeah. Okay. Here's what I think is gonna happen.
All right.
Fini switches out.
Yes.
Into Arcanine.
Arcanine, exactly.
He foul plays into the slot. I would say he should foul play and deflate into the Fini slot.
To pick
regardless.
both options.
Yeah, regardless.
To cover both
Since
options.
Porygon here can't really do much, I guess.
Yeah, I mean it's still taunted, right?
Yeah. So
yeah, exactly. So
because if Arcanine comes in here, or Arcanine gets switched in from the Porygon 2 slot.
Right.
Yeah.
Or I mean it covers both options if you just target both down. Or
Kartana
Sacred Sword into that duck. Yes.
Not the best move right there, my
And
friend.
then Moonblast is gonna pick off even more damage on.
Yeah, into the Kartana, yeah. Oh my god, look at that damage. And Ice is gonna pick it off. With a critical hit, foul play into the Fini. Yep, he was predicting a switch, but it's not happening. Going for an Ice Beam, this is into the
definitely to the.
So that's why I said like he should have.
That was very good on Siwan's end though.
Yeah, Ziwan really abused the fact that that Andy feared the Arcanine switching.
Yes.
So like I said, he should have just gone for the Leaf Blade and the foul play regardless.
And the Porygon's taunt was off here.
Yeah, so.
But I think Andy would just go for another taunt. But I see that with the Kartana down the field, it's a bit, I guess, a little bit more difficult for him to pick off the Fini there.
Oh yeah, that's true. The Kartana was meant to, because like I said, even if he switches in, the foul play gets rid of it, he can switch back out to wherever he wants to make sure that the HP, so to make sure that the attack of Kartana remains at neutral.
Yes. So with a Garchomp here now, you would have to assume that, will Mandibus go for another taunt? Or will he predict Porygon and just Ice Beam right to that Garchomp slot?
Probably, I mean like an Earthquake and foul play will pick off the Porygon here, but the Fini can easily go for just another foul play.
Yes.
I mean
Garchomp protects, predicting that Ice Beam possibly.
Okay. Moonblast into the protect.
Slot.
Mandibus going for a foul play.
Now does C1 here go for the trigger?
Yes. Okay, so here I think the Earthquake is meant to.
Yes.
Should Snarl this turn.
Snarl would be good,
yeah.
yes, in the longevity, especially in the long term. And, yeah, but I think if
the Earthquake should pick up the Porygon,
there.
But we have to remember that Z1 has another Pokemon in the back other than
Actually, has two Pokemon at the
Oh
back.
yeah, no, that's what I meant. She has the Arcanine at the back.
Yeah.
Okay. Will this be enough to pick up the Feeny?
Feeny is at I think about
I think she should have done this the
78%.
earlier turn, but he was trying to. I guess he was trying to prevent any sort of unnecessary damage on it. So Tectonic Rage
See it?
should have really saved it
Arcanine.
for the Arcanine, yeah, because the
Arcanine
Intimidate
back.
is. I don't think it picks up the.
Definitely, yeah. After the
Yep, doesn't pick up the KO.
see them. Oh, Guardian of the Morning because of the accuracy drop earlier on.
Will Foplay pick up the KO? I don't think it will, because yep, it
Oh,
doesn't.
it
Yeah, so
doesn't. But
it
Ice
doesn't.
Beam going into the Guardian slot and yeah.
And it gets a crit.
Yeah.
Oh no, never mind. It has a special attack
Yeah.
boost. Yeah, hello.
So basically, C1 taking game 2
Yeah,
here.
by playing a little bit conservatively in the beginning, and then in
Yes,
the end
and-
compounding on a
Exactly.
so that gave her more opportunities to attack
She
it later
adjusted
game.
very
Yeah.
well here. Yeah. With
Very
that
good, very
Feeny,
good.
Yeah.
So Andy here probably want to forfeit. He
You know,
played well in the first few rounds of the match,
and he does.
first few thirds of the match. Sorry, but what I fear here is that what he should do, Andy should do, is once again go very offensive from the beginning.
Yes.
Should not lead with Katana regardless.
C1 they're playing around that, that taunt manibus and trying to go for as much
Yeah,
offense
yeah.
with that
He wants
Pokemon.
the thought to prevent
Yes.
any kind of Porygon shenanigans.
Our commentator here is a little bit sleepy.
Oh, don't worry, just a little yawn there. So we're back.
But C1, I mean, dominating the second game. I mean,
Yeah,
4-1, taking it very
taking
comfortably.
it back.
Yes.
So
She adjusted well. I mean, we did say, Tapu Fini, you should have played 2 Tapu Fini strength there. And
yeah,
she
because
did, yes.
she capitalized on the fact that she made a very bold predict
Yes.
by
yes.
by attacking while Katana was still on field, predicting that Katana would go on attack on Porygon instead,
Yes.
which wasn't such a good idea. Andy has to consider the possibility that that they might just stay in, predicting
Yes,
that you
yes.
were predicting them.
So you cover both options in
Yeah.
the event that,
I think the events are because
Arcanine does
it's
switch
better
in.
to take one Ice Beam than a Moon Blast
Yes,
and an Ice Beam.
exactly,
Yeah.
yes. So it's better to cover both options and just
Yeah, but I think for Z1 at the back was probably a Gigalith, so to
Right.
abuse the Trick Room option.
yes.
Or maybe even Katana.
So now we see both players having to adjust to the final time, deciding who will take round 3.
A very mellow round, I would say,
Yeah.
in general.
Because
The
it was
battles
very
here, like,
demanding, yeah.
they move the ebb and flow of battle as always. Not such big plays per se, other than maybe an accuracy drop, which is
Yeah.
RNG, or Z1 making that bold move, which is a given, seeing that she is quite a strong player herself.
Yes, definitely. I mean, she does have a number of achievements under her belt, so I mean,
Yeah.
we do know she's a good player, and Andy as well. I mean,
And Andy, from this battle alone, he shows that he has the mettle to stand up against players like Z1,
yes,
and probably like even stronger opponents.
yes.
Andy.
But you see, C1 here knowing that, hey, I know what I have to do now that I've taken game 2. I know how to adjust from that. So she's already made her decision, and we have to wait for Andy here.
Andy here needs to get his leads right. I think that's the most important thing about this battle is getting your leads right.
Yes.
Once you get your leads proper, you're good to go.
And so, how will Andy adjust here going into game 3?
A Garchomp lead will be alright actually. Probably Garchomp Gigalith maybe, or Garchomp Arcanine. Ooh, interesting.
From
Okay.
C1's end, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, from C1's end here, we see Garchomp and Arcanine.
Mandibus and
Wow, now the Feeny here looks very
looks
comfortable.
really like
good.
I'ma just throw some muddy water, yeah, like flood this place over, and
Yes, exactly.
with the say
With
for
the
example,
power play as
Mandibus
well.
can just foreplay and
Yeah, and you
crack
can
it.
do a lot of damage to both.
Okay, but
sides.
here's also an issue. The thing is that the Arcanine could be faster than
And wild charge, right?
yeah. So Tectonic Rage and a Wild Touch to the Fini might just take out the Fini
Yes.
before she can even do
Do
anything.
anything at all, yes. Or
So maybe a good plan here actually is
would
to
Tailwind protect
Tailwind and then
yeah.
next turn go for it. But then
Exactly.
you need to conserve your Mandibus in order to ensure that Trick Room does not go up.
Yes, exactly. Though I think Andy here, if he can conserve his Tapu Fini, that would be really good against both Arcanine and Garchomp on the other side of the field. And Mandibus here, I think I mean, if he really wants to, read into that, I think he'll just tailwind just to get that speed advantage. Since
Yeah,
he's not sure if Arcanine.
that's the best decision Andy can make. So Arcanine
Actually,
withdraws,
he
Porygon
draws
comes in, I
Arcanine.
think. Yep.
Yeah. So, Andy, if you can read into that,
Yeah, we can if he.
get that special attack boost.
Oh.
Mandibus switches out there. Going to
Oh,
Arcanine.
very interesting.
Interesting. And do we see a muddy water coming out?
Do we see a tectonic ridge or do we see a moonblast? Do we see muddy water? I hope it's muddy water.
I hope it's muddy water too, actually.
Ooh,
So rock slide.
oh.
Into that Arcanine.
But again, the Arcanine is taking it quite well. Will it flinch? Yes, it does flinch. What a sad day.
But can we just say that the Arcanine actually took that rock slide better than I expected?
Yeah, I mean like that's like 25% probably, 20,
yeah.
25%.
He could be definitely invested.
Probably very very defensively, physically
Physically
defensively
defensive, yes.
invested in order to take a lot of hits. And do note that the Arcanine, the Garchomp is intimidated.
Yes. So now we wait for both players to make the decision. But Feeny flinching there, definitely the Garchomp could have taken a lot of damage from possibly either a Moonblast or Mind Warrior.
Yeah, the Feeny still has the capability of going for it.
Yes, since it's not really taking.
Yeah, I mean like
Arcanine going for the helping hand there.
Moonblast.
Muddy water.
Muddy water, I think.
Muddy water, I would think.
Okay.
If you have muddy water, you hit the Porygon as well there.
Muddy water? I think it's muddy water. Skull. Interesting.
Wow.
Interesting move. Going for the.
Yeah, exactly. So, Thunderbolt there.
Oh, that damage though.
So wait, so the Feeny here is carrying Scald, Muddy Water,
Moonblast. We don't know the last
and
one.
we don't know the last one just yet.
It's interesting that he chose to go for the what? For a helping hand. I think he could if he had a will wisp, he should have used it.
Right.
Or maybe raw the Porygon 2 out.
If you get Roar, that would be really good to deal with this.
That would be like pretty funny though.
But I think going for the Muddy Water there could actually help deal with both mons in the event that one does decide to protect. But his choice of Skull was maybe I can fish for a burn.
Probably. I think the main reason here why he went for the Thunderbolt first is so that Tectonic Ridge can pick up the KO now.
Yes. Feeny decides to retreat there.
Mandibus coming in, trying to waste the Z move.
See.
We're going to go Arcanine coming in.
Oh, Feeny
okay.
coming in. Wow.
Interesting.
Okay, and do we see Arcanine protecting?
Okay.
Do we see a Tectonic Ridge into the Mandibus spot?
It is a Tectonic Ridge,
but do see it.
Andy being just as ballsy.
Will he go into the Arcanine though? If he makes that, at least it's a little bit,
At least it's something, I guess.
It's something. Oh, but it does go into that Mandibus.
Yeah, very smart of Andy, capitalizing on how on how Z1 was fearing the Feeny from causing too much damage.
And he probably realized, after that Thunderbolt chip damage, I think the Tectonic.
Yeah, I ain't taking any of that.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna bring my Mandibus, and you're not gonna touch me.
Gonna bring out Mandibus, gonna let him do his job, let her do her job.
Let her do the job.
Yeah, because all Mandibus are female, and all Braviaries are male. The more you know.
But here, Arcanine.
All Arcanines are male, I think. Yeah, all the Arcanines are male.
But now that the Garchomp's Tectonic Ridge is burned, he decides to retreat.
Porygon 2 is a very safe switch in. Snarl, if you have it. Or,
Wild Charge into the Tapu Fini slot.
If he has Wild Charge. Arcanine going for it. Porygon 2 avoiding it, but yeah.
So, with that Snarl that we see, can we assume that, his Arcanine's a little bit a bulkier variant?
It's meant to be bulky, I guess.
Based on that rock slide.
Arcanine avoided the attack of Muddy Water.
That was really good there for Andy.
Yeah, oh my god, with -2, the roost barely necessary. I think it was predicting a Moonblast instead.
Right. But with the Arcanine, not taking the damage from the Muddy Water, which is what C1 initially wanted.
That's true.
That gives Andy another turn to, work around.
The taunt on the Porygon 2 maybe?
On the Porygon 2 and
Z1 seems to be in control this turn.
Yeah.
The thing is Andy hasn't had the opportunity to call the switches and hit them, hit the switches.
Right.
The flinch,
it's still a
little bit unfortunate,
yes,
but
definitely.
it's still far. The game's still far from over.
Yes, and also the miss from C1 also a little bit unfortunate.
Slightly unfortunate, yeah.
Yeah. both sides still having, fairly, similar. Oh, and we see another snarl, and rendering that Phoebe just a little bit more useless. A critical hit on the Porygon 2, which still did not matter there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But Snarler is very good actually in terms of the long run.
Oh, and Arcanine avoids another one.
Oh, and even now with that.
Maybe Vanderbilt will get
-2
accuracy drop.
Vanderbilt is just-
No, not even accuracy drop. Luck is not smiling on Z1's side.
Yeah, and Thunderbolt there into the Mandibus.
No, into the Arcanine.
Arcanine. Doing
Minimal damage.
minimal damage there, yeah.
Maybe tickling it like like when you ride an elevator and like the shock like jolts you just a little bit.
But I think Andy there, since I think the snarl is really good on his end because you get Phoenix now is at -2, Porygon there is at -1.
Yeah, they either have to switch out or let Mandibus go for that sweet foul play.
Feeny now at -2.
Yeah, now it's really just a game of attrition.
Yes.
Please make this quick.
And with Snarl, do you think Arcanine is still even carrying Wild Charge?
Probably not, because if it's a support set, you have Flare Blitz.
Will-O-Wisp, Snarl, yeah, exactly.
Protect is the last spot generally.
See Snarl yet again. So we're at -3 here. Tappy still trying to hit that Muddy Water, I assume.
Get the crit already, man. Getting the Muddy Water, trying to hit the Arcanine.
And it finally
hits at -3.
At -3, yes, -3.
Maybe you'll get a crit.
Oh, that does very little.
Citrus Berry? No, okay.
Foul play
predicting a switch, I guess.
Into the Porygon there.
Doing
actually, I think it's
sizable.
a decent amount.
Really intent on getting the Arcanine out,
yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure that Steven at the back has a Kartana.
Yeah,
so
but he needs the Arcanine out as well.
Yes.
Both, I think, want the Arcanines out.
Exactly. I mean, Arcanine is putting in the work here with that Snarl.
Showing itself as the premier fire type of this meta.
Yes.
But slowly but surely, Andy's Pokemon is losing HP.
Yes.
And although the Fini is definitely debilitated, but
Porygon withdraws here, going into that Garchomp.
let's see if he makes the call. I think he should.
Hopefully he does.
Heat
Arcanine
wave.
with a Heat Wave.
Interesting. Wow, okay,
so it's a special Arcanine here.
Oh, wow, okay.
Doing not much here.
Arcanine avoids yet
getting
another.
another Muddy Water.
Maybe it's not really such a good thing for
Yeah.
for Andy, because
Foul play, does it go into the Garchomp?
Yep, it does.
It does, and that does. Wow. I mean, that's
Quite a bit of damage there. So here now he has to Rock Slide.
He has to Rock Slide, yes, definitely. But and the Garchomp isn't intimidated. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good for Steven.
They'll still pick up the KO, but he'll still do quite a sizable amount of damage and probably get himself into a flinch.
I think Steven here is still in a slightly better position.
Very slightly.
Slight, but it still could go in both players'
Fini
favor.
here can switch out, honestly.
Garchomp protects instead.
Okay. Interesting choice.
Probably fearing the foul play.
Another Muddy
Protect,
Water.
predicting
Okay.
the Muddy Water to hit this time around. And
Does it hit?
oh,
No.
it's foul play into the Garchomp slot. Yep. So that
Yep.
was pretty essentially somewhat useless.
Stale turn, yeah.
stale
An
turn.
empty turn, you could say.
So what we can gather there is that now they can't protect. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, and
So I mean, Arcanine just has, unless he decides to switch, Arcanine here will be needing that Muddy Water, unless of course it misses.
unless Muddy Water misses, of course, yeah. He should go for a Rock Slide this turn.
And Mandibus is definitely gonna foul play.
Or maybe just a ground Z move. Oh wait, he busted the
He
ground Z
busted
move,
the
yeah.
ground team, and he withdraws the Garchomp here into the Porygon 2 yet again.
Fearing the foul play there.
Yes, knowing that it will pick off that Garchomp.
Correct, so again, an attack boost, yeah, because the Psychic Seed boosts his special attack.
Happy withdrawing as
Into-
well into Arcanine. I think
Ah!
he should have done that, much earlier.
Probably.
I mean, she should have done that much earlier.
I don't know, man. I guess like she was just trying to fish for more damage.
Yeah, from the Muddy Water.
Can I go in for a double
Another
protect?
protect.
Which
He
is
gets it.
unnecessary.
Unnecessary though, but he gets it. The
Foul
foul play
play
going out
into-
into the Porygon slot, I assume,
Yep.
to pick up initially would have been the
Oh
Garchomp.
yeah, that's good.
Pretty
So
decent chomp.
go for another snarl.
Another Snarl.
Well,
Steven here.
he should go for another snarl because I don't think the Arcanine can still KO the Andy's Arcanine, seeing
Yes.
it as the amount of
It's
bulk
the bulky,
it carries.
yes,
Yeah.
definitely. Though I would think that the Arcanine from Siemens will just well trudge into the Mandibus.
Oh, that's true, yeah, because it
Yeah.
seems more likely it will do so.
Yes. And she does. Oh, but into the Arcanine slot.
Whew, he really hits the Arcanine.
He's trying to pick it off.
Really hates the
Really
Arcanine
knowing
here.
that
Oh,
it
and it's
procs
the berry, and
as
like,
well.
Andy was waiting for this. He used his reaction to consume his berry when his
And the
HP is below
snarl.
25%. Yep. And foul play after the Arcanine, I suppose. Or a taunt maybe. Nah, foul play is better.
Foul play is better, yes. Oh, but we see Roost probably thinking that Zealand will well charge into the Mandibus slot.
Yeah, that's true, I guess so. But Thunderbolt into the Mandibus. No, into. Okay, I thought it was into the Arcanine.
It was into the Arcanine though.
Then it would make sense
Then it
because
would
like
make sense, yeah.
I mean like because he
She
would
would have
want
thought that I wanted to pick it off.
yeah pick off the KO and like get rid of this annoying
Yes,
golden
but
dog.
Very proud.
Yeah. So foul play.
Yes, foul play into the Arcanine.
And another
Porygon
snarl.
here after being snarled, it's really doing nothing.
Yeah, because
But the
okay,
Arcanine
going for protect instead. Okay, both going for protect. I don't know why, but
We see
okay.
definitely a foul play
Going
coming
taunt.
out here.
Oh wow, very smart, very smart.
Yes,
And
correct trick move.
Andy here is really calling the moves.
Oh, you can't use recover after taunt. Wow. Like, yes, Andy reading into that.
Andy really pushing Z-Wen into a
Yes.
corner here. Like he was on the backhand, but once Arcanine popped its berry and he got the taunt on the Porygon too, things are looking up for him. So Tapu Fini, yeah. So he
Porygon forces switch out because of the taunt, bringing the Tapu Fini here with that Misty Surge.
get that Mr. Surge back up.
Yes.
Should go for a foul play onto
His own helping hand.
foul play into the.
Foul play into the, I would think the
Ooh, Arcanine goes for a wild charge.
I would think the Arcanine.
It's still into the Arcanine slot. Wow,
Foul play
okay.
into the Arcanine
Foul play into the Arcanine
Yes.
should pick up the KO here.
with the helping hand.
Because once he gets rid of Arcanine, their Katana is free to run wild. Yup.
Yes.
Oh my lord. Enough to pick up that. That was foul. Well,
That was foul.
a little bit of helping hand there. I guess you could
That was-
say
yeah, that was
things
very
went
well read
out of
by
hand.
Andy. Yeah, that was very well read by Andy. And going for that taunt, forcing the Porygon to switch out, bringing in that Tapu Fini
Yep.
there.
I'll have to
The down low.
applaud Andy's efforts.
Okay, so now here, wow.
Yeah,
See?
another snarl, snarl fiesta, snarl and taunt on the Porygon
Yeah,
too.
exactly. I was going to say, Manibus should go for a taunt here onto the Porygon.
Yeah, prevent any form of the Porygon 2 from recovering and stuff. Yep.
Yes, and Snarl to render the Tapu Fini.
Yeah,
a little
to
bit,
just
slowly
deal,
chip it and render
not
it.
to chip it.
Yeah, it's for the
It's
special attack.
just for the
yes,
sake of
of
special
course.
attack dropping and then go for a taunt onto the Porygon 2.
Muddy Water.
Does it pick up the KO?
Definitely
It
connects
should
here.
now.
It should definitely pick up since it's
It
only at -1.
should.
Oh,
It
it's so
doesn't!
bulky.
How bulky is this Arcanine? What is this Arcanine doing?
Wow, that's a very bulky Arcanine.
It's taking attacks left and right like the champ he is. I guess he's not the golden boy for nothing. So here it's just a
So,
helping hand into the Porygon 2 foul
that's
play.
not
Yeah,
definitely coming in there, without that -1, Arcanine could have definitely gone down.
correct. Yeah.
But the thing is, if Arcanine were to go down now, it's still not that bad for Andy.
Yeah, because he has another
He has
3
that
Pokemon at the back.
Tapu Fini
Yeah.
there.
No,
Most probably
he has the Katana at the back,
He has
which is
the
the big,
Katana
which
as
is
well,
his biggest
yes.
boon now that
Yes, he could easily just lead lane into the, Tapu Fini.
Tapu Fini going for a Calm Mind. Okay.
Exactly, and also that possibly Garchomp at the back.
True.
Yes, that's very interesting.
Foul play into
Foul
the.
play into the Porygon.
Will it pick up the KO? I think not.
Oh,
Yep.
not.
Going for a
And the
Thunderbolt.
going into the Arcanine.
KO the Arcanine.
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely.
That's very good. Katana.
But Andy wouldn't mind that.
Katana
Andy
though.
wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, because Katana comes in like like strong, healthy, and bulky.
Yeah, there we go. It's Kartana there.
And it definitely lives in it because the foul play onto the. Yeah, because he,
Foul play into the Porygon to link Tapu Fini.
did Z-Wen reveal her last Pokemon?
I think it was Garchomp.
Was it Garchomp? No, I guess yeah, it was Garchomp. Yeah.
I think it was Garchomp.
Yeah, because she went for the rock side. Yeah. So Link Day into the Fini.
Into
Yep.
the Tapu Fini.
Don't need to surviving actually. Fini going for the Moonblast. I don't think it matters anymore.
Yeah, I don't think it matters because, and
Yeah.
then we just foul play right into that Porygon slot there.
You should. Getting rid of it. Oh,
Yep, exactly. And
amazing
there,
balls.
there.
Okay, so
Playing that to
question is, what does he have at the back?
I think it's a Tabu Fini though.
Oh yeah.
Definitely the
So he
Tabu
just needs to get
Fini.
rid of the Fini,
Yes.
and then his own Fini can, well,
You see the guard
start
shot
right
there?
here.
Yeah.
So here he's free to choose either or. Like it's a bit of like, actually it's not a, no, it's not a mind game anymore. You hit the Fini, you probably the gacha.
Yes, exactly. It's
One of
very,
them will
very
go down.
straightforward.
One of them will go down.
I mean, Andy here just playing that to.
Yeah. His Mandibus really being the MVP here.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So
The mom that Ziwen actually doesn't have.
by maintaining an offensive pressure on Ziwen,
Yes.
he prevents Ziwen from from playing conservatively anymore.
Right.
Because like that's what she needed to do in order to win the game.
Yes. And
But with Andy being very very offensive about it.
yes.
Yeah, of course,
Mandy
of
Bus
course.
taking damage as well as Cortana
Of course,
there.
yeah.
Even if they do go down with Tabu Fini at the back against the guard
Mandy
shot,
Bus flinch,
yeah.
but whatever, man.
With
Yeah.
3 months on the field against 1. That's pretty much it.
All right. I guess that concludes the third match for round
Andy,
3.
Indonesia,
Andy from
taking
Andy from
2-1.
Indonesia taking it 2-1, which is pretty good. Showcasing a very strong showcase of Indonesia's strength, presence in the VGC scene actually.
Yes. We see Andy here.
All right. So
His splash, as you say.
Phoebe, I think I'll let you interview him.
Oh, sure.
Or do you want me to
Oh,
interview
you
him?
can interview. I thought in the list it says you. You wanna?
So I guess Phoebe, I'll leave it to you now.
Sure.
All right, so we'll cut over to the round 3 interview, the round 3 winner interview, which is Andy Willianto, and Phoebe will take over. Till then, we'll see you. Thanks so much.
Andy,